Hey everyone, welcome to episode 3 of Model Release. Today I have a very special guest. He's an artist, a lyricist, one of my friends of 10 plus years. What else? Business owner, entrepreneur, fashion, killer.
Keep going.
To me, It's Big P, not the little one, Phil. But ladies and gentlemen, today we have Janae.
Yes, ma'am. How's it going? Thank you for having me here.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm really trying to be a professional up here, but I always joke with you, so I'm just trying not to laugh.
Yeah, I'm not serious.
It's crazy. I think we met like over 10 years ago.
17, I think. Was it 17? Oh, 16.
16 or 17.
16.
Yeah.
You were still in Seattle at that point.
Yeah. That was like I think I was in college.
Wow. Where?
Yeah. I met you in the studio in Seattle.
Yes. Electric, I forgot what it's called. Electric Lady or Electric something in Seattle. But
it's lit.
I remember that. Yeah.
And now we're here in LA, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Been thugging it.
That is the right word for it.
Right. But I'm excited to learn more about you too. I know that you're a Maryland native, coming all the way to LA, so it's always cool to see people come from their hometown and make stuff happen in like the heart city.
Transplant
Vibes.
Everything above the 10.
Right, exactly. So first we're going to get into the journey. What first drew you to LA and how did you get started in your career?
Oh, man. Long stories. The way I got started was when I was in school. I went to a university in Alabama, Huntsville, Alabama, called Oakwood University. While I was there, I was, that's when I was first started getting into recording and making music and, rapping. I used to have ciphers in my dorm suite, but there was a guy who was in the dorm suite next to mine who told me that his brother back in the D.C. area, this guy is from New York. His name is Timothy Richards. He said his brother, Tennyson Richards, grew up with Raheem DeVaughn, who was, at the time, at the peak of his career in R&B. He told me, when you get back home, I'm not making no promises, but maybe I could link you and something could happen. When I got back home, he did what he said.
Right.
And, I signed with Raheem DeVaughn and his business partner, Andre Hobson, and that's how I got started making music professionally.
And someone happened to just hear you in the dorms?
I mean, I was just the guy, they just knew me. Also, I was in a go-go band. I don't know if you're familiar with go-go music.
I am, but I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, I was in a go-go band out in Alabama. It was me and some of my friends from the DC area. We made a band and we were performing off campus. That's really where I got my start, like getting on stage and.
Okay, that's lit.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And what brought me to LA is, this is entertainment capital.
Right.
This is my second stint here in LA.
Yeah.
The first time I lived here. The first time I came here was like 2009. I came to I went to the BET Awards with Raheem, and I've been back and forth in LA. But the first time I lived here, I came out to help Wale with his album and mixtape. He dropped the album and the mixtape in that time, Summer on Sunset and then Shine.
Okay,
so I was out here for about 18 months straight.
That's dope.
Yeah, that was the time. But yeah, that's what brought me here to LA. Music, entertainment.
Yeah. Do you feel like LA is a lot different now on your second time being out here?
Yes, for sure. Pandemic did a number on this area. Like when I was here the first time, I remember we would, we spent a lot of time in the studio every day. We would be in the studio and, while they had a 4-story mansion in Hollywood Hills, and we'd be like, man, let's just throw a party.
Yeah.
He would do this once, twice a week,
right.
And the whole hillside would be just full of people, cars, everything.
Yeah.
And LA is, you can't do that now.
No, you really can't.
Yeah, you can't.
I feel like that does not happen anymore at all.
A lot has happened since then. This is like 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
People have died, home invasions, it's crazy.
It's just the economy has just changed everything, just how dangerous everything
is
now.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people going through it, so it's not as open as it used to be. But it's still fun here. I still have my fun. Yeah.
Definitely cool to experience, both times for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
What was the moment you knew you wanted to pursue music full time?
All right, so picking up me coming back to the DC area and meeting with Raheem. When I left Oakwood, I enrolled in a local college, and while I was there, I was simultaneously having studio sessions. Raheem and Dre, they put me in the studio with a guy named LCD, and I was recording my first mixtape there. That came out. It generated a lot of attention inside DC and outside. I was just seeing the benefits I was seeing the opportunities rise and things go well. So I was like, I'm just gonna do this full time. There's something here.
Yeah.
And I at that time I was still like unsure of where I really wanted to do in school. So I was like, I just got to give this my full energy and see where it leads me.
And just been popping it ever since. Can you share a story of when you felt like giving up and what kept you going?
Oh man.
I know music is so hard. I feel like music is honestly like the hardest out of all.
And it ain't just music; it's hip hop and rap, especially.
Yeah,
it's hip hop. There's so many subgenres, and
yeah,
not everything is always as popular as the next subgenre. Like,
right.
So you got to just find your niche and find your people in it. But the thing that almost that I could remember that almost made me stop was after the pandemic was calming down and people were getting back to it, it was getting really difficult for me to get music out. I was at the time signed with Epic Records, and
I think we talked about this in real time.
Man, yeah, I was just like, there was a lot of shout out to them though. I love the people over there. But I don't know what was going on in the offices. They was putting me through the ringer to get a lot of songs cleared, and
yeah,
it was hell. And there was some days I was just like, man, maybe I should just do something else. Like, I felt trapped.
Yeah,
and I wanted to stop, but I love it so much. Like making music is, like my true love, like in life,
and, you're so
and my
talented.
passion. Yeah, so I was like, man, I can't quit. I gotta keep going on.
Yeah, I could definitely relate to that with modeling. Like right now, after 10 years, I decided to go independent.
Yeah.
So I see the pros of being signed. I think it's all important and the experience. But like when you can actually do things on your own, you can be more creative. You can get the frequency.
It's a freedom.
Yeah.
And you move at your own pace.
The like numbers financially might be slightly less, but like it's pretty much almost there, and then you can really have the freedom.
To me, it's up here.
Mental.
Like, yeah. It does something to you when you have an ability and you have plans and you know what you can do, and you feel like you can't do it because of something else that's like a ceiling above you. It's not a good feeling.
I remember I was listening to your songs and I'm like, how is this not out? How is this not out? Drop this. Fire.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine like just putting the time in and like not having that freedom. So it's lit now. Right?
It is lit, and I'm still working because I did a lot of music while I was with Epic. So, they still own, some rights to some of those records. So I'm still working on trying to get that music out. But I can pretty much do what I want now. I love it. Yeah.
Period. Moving on to the career, what was your first major break and how did it change your career?
My first major break, I think going on tour with Mac Miller.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's iconic.
Yeah.
That's like actually crazy.
And that was Mac Miller in the beginning. That was, I believe, 2011 when I went on tour, his Most Dope tour. That was my first time touring with an artist.
Yeah, huge artist.
Yeah, we went to Montreal, Ottawa, and it really opened my eyes, to see like where music could take me.
Yeah, definitely.
And at the time I was just thinking, oh, I gotta be big at home. I gotta, what I'm saying? But the world is so much bigger, man. Going on tour with him opened my eyes, and I feel like that has, given me even to this day, give me a good perspective on when I'm making music and when I'm making plans to release music, like thinking broader.
Yeah.
And having broader ideas.
Definitely. I feel like you could also do like any genre.
Yeah.
That's the dope thing.
Yeah. What's crazy is I feel like that has almost been a problem for me because it's hard for people to pinpoint.
Yeah.
Like to be like, okay, I want to listen to this type of song and go to my music because you don't know what you gonna get. But
right.
I like it. I love it. That's beautiful to me.
Versatile.
Yeah.
But what do you wish you knew when you first started?
What do I wish I knew? I wish I knew how involved being in the music industry is. Mm-hmm. You gotta watch everything.
Yeah.
When I signed with Raheem and Dre, I thought, man, I'm in the music industry now. All I gotta do is make my songs, rap, show up, they'll handle everything else. I'm good. It's so much. You gotta know how you wanna look. You gotta be styling.
Yeah.
Artwork, photo shoots. You gotta be involved in all of that stuff. Rolling out. You gotta be your own marketing department, especially when you were independent like we were.
Yeah.
And we were all just learning it all as we went.
Definitely.
So
whole machine.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was just, I'm gonna go to the studio and this is where I'm gonna find. This is where I'm gonna do it at. Nah, you gotta have your hand in everything.
Yeah.
And you really gotta have a vision for how you want everything to look and how you want it to come off and all of that. And I think that kind of slowed me down in the beginning because I didn't know it was all of this.
Yeah, you were just going and learning.
Yeah, so,
yeah.
I don't have any regrets, but if I could go back, I wish I knew, okay, I got to have my hand on everything and keep my eyes open, yeah.
And we drinking today, okay? We got the Class A Azul popping.
Mom, this is water. Listen to her.
Mine's just out of frame, but I'm on a good one right now. So moving on to life in LA, how do you balance your career with your personal life in a city like LA?
At this present moment in time, I'm so happy just working.
Yeah.
I love making music. I spend a lot of my time in the house because I have a recording setup in the crib. I spend a lot of time in there. If I need to go catch a breather, get some sunlight, my building is pretty nice.
It is very nice. I would be up in there.
Going up to that 20th floor, get by the pool, get some sunlight. I picked up, I've been trying to read a little more and do that, man.
Got a whole theater, like a real one.
Yeah, the theater room. Yes, I definitely, rent out the theater room and, watch whatever the new Netflix movie is, go in there. All of that brings me happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like investing in your space in LA is important because you're gonna grind anyway. So I'd rather come back.
I have a great time. I have a party by myself. by myself.
I believe it. Yeah. So LA is often portrayed as glamorous. What's something most people don't see behind the scenes?
Man,
where do we start?
It's very pretentious.
Yeah,
there is a lot of who you know and who you're next to, and it's a lot of that.
Yeah,
and some of these people y'all follow don't got what they acting like they got.
No, not even close.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've seen a lot of craziness. I ain't gonna get into who did what, who got what.
Yeah. It's alarming.
Yeah, people is, you know what I'm saying? People is out here fronting.
Yeah. Gotta keep it solid.
Yeah.
All right, not the sirens.
It's not for me this time.
It might be for me, though.
How do you balance?
How do I balance?
Yeah.
I don't even know how I'm even,
You have fun, though. I watch your story. You have fun.
You do too.
I see you in
every time I look at yours, it's like you're in a different city doing something lit, but you are working. Yeah,
it's work. My fun is like a side effect for while I'm doing something productive.
Yeah,
you have fun. I feel like you enjoy it. You have full enjoyment. Like I'm just here enjoying myself.
Yeah,
and sometimes I'm a little jealous of that.
I be trying.
Yeah.
I feel like I go through stages where all I do is work, come home, work, come home. But I've been trying to be more social, but it can be hard to like keep up with everything.
Yeah.
It is easier to.
We gotta have fun.
Yeah.
We gotta
live life.
And we're only young for so long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That
we
part.
gotta show it off.
Even though we still look the same from 10 years ago. I think that's pretty lit.
Yeah, we're doing good. That good
We're doing
Nigerian,
great.
that good Nigerian skin.
Cameroonian. We're neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah, period. So moving on to inspiration and advice. Who or what inspires you to keep pushing forward in a tough industry?
It's just my love for music.
Yeah.
It's in me. It's in my blood. I love making music. It's so fun. It's like going to play basketball for me.
Yeah.
You know,
I still gotta beat you.
It's never gonna happen. But just the process of making music and coming up with ideas, and it's fun. That's what keeps me in it. The business sometimes messes with that and makes it not fun.
Yeah.
But I love it, man.
Passion keeps you going.
That keeps me in it. What keeps you going? I'm about to ask you all the questions you asking me.
I thought I'm interviewing you. I would definitely say the passion and like being creative is what drives me. I like seeing something happen from start to finish, even if it doesn't always get posted.
Yeah.
I'm sure that you've done a lot of work where you do it and no one ever sees it, or you're signing an NDA or like something. You never know. But I feel like just the process of being creative is like what I'm passionate about, whether I'm modeling or I'm behind the camera. Just like that process.
Man, it's like I have a great feeling like when I accomplish something and I put it out there and people are receiving it, well, good or bad, whatever they say, I just feel accomplished, and that makes me happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That I was able to finish something and put it out there.
Yeah.
That brings me joy.
And it's always top notch.
Me? For me? Oh, man. I appreciate
that. You know what you're doing.
I do. I do know what I'm doing.
I'm trying to stay serious over here. I want to laugh. What advice would you give to someone who's just starting out in LA chasing their dreams?
I feel like some advice is just like subjective. I could only say what worked for me. What was good for me is that I had a foundation in where I was from, in Maryland and DC and Virginia. I had, made a name for myself there. And because I made a name for myself there, it kind of got outside of there, going on tours with Mac and going on Sneaker Pimp's tour with J. Cole and all these people. I was able to, from making a name there, travel, sprinkle my name in other cities. Yeah. So when I came here, it was like I almost had a foot in the door. I ain't as comfortable as I am when I'm back home, but from what I've done back home, somebody will be like, "Oh, I know you from such and such. Oh, yeah, come on in."
Yeah.
That has made my journey out here a little easier.
Yeah, definitely.
Conquering home. So I feel like if you can make a name for yourself and conquer where you're from and move around there, it'll be a little easier here.
Yeah, definitely.
How easy, I don't know, but
definitely
that's what it was for me.
Yeah, and then I feel like if you don't have a network or a foundation, like just put yourself out there, go to the events by yourself even, and just, I feel like I've met a lot of people just at events in passing. Yeah. You never know what's going to come of just like the energy you put out when you show up.
Man, having that safety net of friends out here too is lovely. There's a lot of people from Maryland and DC in LA.
Yeah.
And we all support each other, and it's love. I love it.
Yeah. Very important.
Yeah.
Very important. So moving on to mental health and wellness, what impact has this industry had on your mental health, and how do you maintain a healthy mindset?
Oh man, when I was going through the whole fiasco with Epic Records and trying to get my music out, that was a dark time for me. There were days where I was like, if I ain't wake up today, I'd be cool. But a lot of what got me through that was just going to the gym helped. Remarkably helped, like a whole lot. Like I realized going to the gym, like you get a lot of frustration out, a lot of the anger, pent up anger and bitterness that I had in there was just going into the, lifting those weights, and I would come out feeling refreshed.
Yeah.
And better. And then, on top of that, I've been trying to just do better with staying connected with God and praying and having that relationship. That's
Definitely.
been key because I've also, I'm an artist, but I'm other things too. I'm a son. I'm a brother. Um, there's other gifts God has given me. I'm more than who I am as an artist.
Yeah.
There's more purpose there, and
Definitely.
I feel like getting into the Bible and reading and praying and staying connected with God has kind of helped me get out of that dark time. It's given me some happiness and some joy.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like if things are hard for me, like creatively or just in life in general, usually every day out loud I say, like, I can do hard things and I'm protected by God. Like, I literally say that out loud. Like, when I feel tired or how the hell am I doing this right now, like, that's something I usually say to, like, stay grounded, because it's like we've already battled so many hard things. It's like, already overcame it, like, what's another one? Like, protected by God.
I feel like we've all been through things, and if you think back at your life, you could think about the hardest thing you went through.
Yeah.
But the fact that you could think about it and you're still existing is like, okay, this is not gonna kill me.
Yeah.
And
A little close sometimes.
I saw, yeah. I saw a video on Instagram today that says, wherever you at in your life right now, God marked you to be there on a map.
Literally.
So you're supposed to go through that because you're supposed to learn something.
Yeah.
And I think that is how you eliminate a lot of worry and doubt, is just knowing that your present situation is a lesson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
That God is trying to teach you. And I think if you just, if I and whoever is listening just approaches life like that, yeah, you'll be at peace a lot more.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think, like, when I got down to my lowest is, like, when I got my strongest relationship with myself and God, too.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
There ain't nothing else out there. Like, you're really like, I'm by myself.
I mean, when you lit,
What's going on?
And you outside, you like, man, I'm chilling, I'm good. But, it takes getting broken down to, realize what is important in life.
Yeah.
And so that's why I feel like, everybody should to realize when it gets low and things ain't going your way, just realize, okay, the God is trying to talk to me right now.
Right.
And yeah.
We just overcoming tests out here.
Yeah, I'm telling you. We gotta learn.
You've been doing good.
We're killing it.
Period. So, looking to the future, where do you see your career going in the next 5 years? It's a big question.
To the moon.
To the moon.
Mm-hmm. To the moon. Maybe Saturn. Pluto. That's good.
That is literally such a you answer.
Neptune.
I like that. I like
Neptune.
That.
For real? Right. It's like that. But
yeah. Icon.
Like, I just want to take my opportunities and take what I have now and just take it as far as it can go. I'm entering a new situation as a songwriter also.
Ooh.
So I want a Billboard #1,
That's fire.
Whether it's me on there or whether I write something for someone else, I want one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I heard that. I could see that, definitely.
I'm trying to be not afraid to dream bigger than I've dreamed before. So, that's where my mind is at now. That's what I want to do. I want to write a big record. And just want to keep going.
All the songs I've heard, I'm like, you're definitely going to get one of those.
I got some things in the cut. You know what I'm saying? I got some things in that bag. But and just hopefully I could continue in my music career and putting out music and entertaining those who want to be entertained by me.
Yes. I also love how you're putting your personality out there too, like in the last year.
Yeah, I'm trying to do
that.
Like, I'm shy. I don't like, you know what I'm saying? I've never been like a, forefront, like I'm about to dance on the table type guy. I always play the back, but I want people to get to know me, and I feel like that's a big part of entertainment too. People want to feel like they know you, and so I'm trying to make that connection too.
He's an underground comedian. You're like I don't even know if you're intentional or unintentionally funny. Like you're both. You be joking all the time.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's been a problem for me. I used to mock teachers in high school, get put out of class. I've never been all the way serious.
But that's a good balance.
Yeah. I want people to see that too, man. I want everyone to laugh.
You gotta live life.
Yeah.
So to end, how do you want to be remembered in the industry, and what legacy do you hope to leave?
Industry kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's the devil's playground. Entertainment.
It really
the whole
is.
Entertainment.
It really is. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's easy to get lost in it and lose your morals and lose your values and stuff that you grew up with. But I would say to onlookers, people who watch me, I would say the thing I want to leave behind for them to know is that you gotta keep going. Whatever it is you want, you gotta keep going. Yeah. And I think my story is one of a guy who was reaching for the stars. Maybe who knows where my story goes, but maybe he didn't get the super mainstream Drake attention. You know what I'm saying? But still found success in doing what he loves.
Yeah.
So,
and happiness.
And peace and
finding
peace.
True to yourself too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more important than anything.
That's more important than anything, because out here you'll see a guy that hop out a Ferrari, and then a week later you hear he blew his own brains out.
Yeah,
I don't want to be that guy.
You really never know what's going on.
You know what I'm saying?
Picture. Yeah.
But I'm gonna still work towards that Ferrari.
Right. Come pick me up. I'm dead. Well, thank you so much for joining today. I'm excited. Where can they follow you or find anything you're working on?
A Day in My Life. Follow me on Instagram, ADEINMYLIFE. I would say TikTok. Hopefully it's still in existence.
Right. We don't know yet.
Yeah. But follow me there. Everything is there. My music is in the links in my bio. And stay tuned. I got some good things in the works.
I'm looking forward to it.
And thank you so much for having me on here.
Of course. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. Yay.
That was tight.
Look at us. That was fire.